Hey, what's good, guys? It's your boy G Marcus TV, back with a brand new video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, we are doing an episode review and recap on Cleeds episode number 10, and this one is entitled Nasty Girl Records. So this was a good episode. They did a really good job acting wise, everybody, and Remy even stepped it up. So let's get straight to it. So it starts off as Lil Z, aka Remy Ma, was doing her first show signed to the label. Next thing you know, who shows up? Your boy Frank Black, and that's the guy that sexually assaulted her. So this basically had the nerve to show up to the concert and watch her perform. She chokes on stage. They cut to the next day and they're just talking about how the performance went and how the nigga showed up. Just basically going crazy that she just feels so messed up by it, and you know she's not gonna do it again, choking wise, and he has some nerve. Next thing you know, Lil Muffin just goes like, hey, well, you know, I worked for him before and he's never did nothing to me. So she kind of insinuated that maybe Lil Z herself in a situation where it could have happened, where she maybe flirted, maybe like, you know, something like that, and she just snaps. I personally feel like that scene could have been better. She could have really been on some ignorant type of shit, but it did what it did. It did it for TV. Maybe because it was ABC. So, of course, Valeria, she was not too sure about Dude, the guy that she just married. It was just like, he could be a serial killer. Like, she doesn't know. Like, she's just really confused. Because, of course, they got married on the first date. They gave each other a whole bunch of questions that they found, I'm guessing, online. So they're asking each other about fears, their most prized possession, things that they're scared of, their favorite things, least favorite things. They're really trying to get to know each other. And it was really cool. Like, it was a lot of questions. These questions, I don't know if you guys remember MySpace. They used to have those type of questions on MySpace. So later on, for some reason, he buys her a Louis bag, but it's just a Louis box and it's full with some of her favorite cards. And she was not having it. She was not feeling it at all because, of course, she's materialistic, like myself. So, of course, like I said, she's tight. She pulls up to your boy Eric later on, which I feel like that was some real sucker. It was very desperate. She pulls up to the studio and is basically flirting with him a little bit, like she's not sure about a guy. So she's trying to give Eric a kiss, but Eric, I really respect him for it because he shut it down. He said, yo, let's not do this. And the whole episode, they're just basically telling her, yo, do not let this good guy go. Like, you're trying to push a good guy away. The girls are saying it, and now Eric is saying it. So as he's about to break off, who pops up? The husband pops up. Catches them. It's like, oh boy. So it looks really bad. So Eric leaves, they talk, and he is fighting for the woman he loves, which I'm like, damn, like, I'm sorry, if I see you about to fuck somebody, it's like, nah, like, I'm deading you right there on the spot. But homie, he fought for his girl and was just like, yo, you know, I love you, like, let's stop doing this. And you know, she's feeling all emotional. She's trying to push him away still. Like, I'm materialistic, I'm this and that, I don't think you want to be with this. And he's like, no, I want you, I love you. You don't fall in love with someone 12 hours just like that. So she gets all a little emotional and she says she loves him too. So they both decide to show each other that love and try their hardest to get to know each other. Joe goes back to the church, and of course her father is a pastor, so he's preaching his ass off. It's a good service. So she goes backstage to talk to him. He slaps the shit out of her. I'm like, what? You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slap? You're not slapping me. You're not hitting me after a certain age. Like, I'm sorry. And then had the nerve to tell her to apologize for her behavior and how she... I was just like, whoa, apology too? Nah, nigga. Nah, you can't do that. They later on have lunch, and he just goes in. He just bodying her shit about being gay, about not representing the church well, making him look bad. I'm just like, damn, pastor. Like, he was just tearing her to shreds. But she said that she wanted to be there for him because her mom died. So, of course, he's by himself. He doesn't have, you know, his wife. So she's just like, she really wants to be there for him. So later on, they meet at, I'm guessing it's her hotel because it was like a VIP type of shit. And there's alcohol bottles everywhere. Like, the place is a mess. And it turns out that this fool ended up drinking all the liquor inside the hotel. So she wakes him up. He's passed out on the floor, wakes him up, and he's just like, yo, this is the first time he's drunk like this ever. Like, he just drunk every single thing. So he ends up blaming God for way shutting down his life. I was just like, wow. So she comes to see him again later on, and he's just bitching about her coming in without knocking, doing that type of stuff. I'm like, excuse me, fool? Like, who the hell do you think you are? He just basically on her again for being gay and basically flaunting her wealth. It kind of seemed like he was like low-key hating on her because of course she had a career, she had things going on. And the thing I loved about this scene, she said fuck it. Like she just basically told him like, yo, my whole life I was trying to please you and trying to be somebody I'm not, but you know what? I'm happy to be gay. I'm happy to be a rapper. I'm happy to do this. And she was just like, yo, I don't give a fuck about your approval no more. Put your hands on me again, I would make sure I take your to jail. And she called him drunk too, but she gave it to him. She even told him that he hates himself and he just hides behind the Bible, hides behind being a pastor. I'm like, damn. So Eric and Naomi, they go on a date, like a little small date at a restaurant. So who they run into, which I find to be really funny, like coincidentally, they run into Frankie Black and one of his artists. So Eric, he's talking to Frank Black like regular, like nothing's wrong, like he's dapping him up and everything. And of course Naomi, she's not really trying to with dudes, so they're talking regular and he just tells her like, hey, tell Lil Z I'm looking for her. It was like a real crazy awkward scene, and she's of course tight, like, yo, why would you talk to this scumbag? Like, why would you do that? And he's just like, yo, he gotta play it cool. So Naomi later on sees Frank Black and his artist on YouTube, and she's zooming in, she's analyzing the video, and they're just basically on the red carpet, and he's pulling her clothes, he's touching her, and you can see the awkwardness on her face. Like, she's not really feeling the touching and the grabbing, the pulling was not with it. So she decided that she's gonna reach out to the girl and, you know, see what's going on and she could help her. So the girl ends up coming to Naomi's house later on, and she has a son. So she ends up spilling the beans, saying that yeah, she was sexually assaulted by him, he raped her. Like, she spilled the beans. Like, basically he was a scumbag. Like, she was just like, he got her pregnant and was trying to get an abortion, basically saying it wasn't his. Like, he basically did this girl dirty, especially after her album flopped. So Naomi got Lil Z to do an interview, basically talking about how she was raped, sexually assaulted by your boy Frank Black. So she basically talked about how it's like, yeah, like after he did what he did, like she actually blacked the out and she broke his jaw. I was like, damn, Remy. Like, yeah, she said she didn't even realize he broke his jaw until she got arrested by the cops. They basically told us like, yo, if you want the charge to get dropped, you have to keep the story between us. So she did that, and after that, she was blackballed by everything. Like, she couldn't get a record deal, nothing. The story came out, and now they're saying that she's basically doing it to revive her career. I'm like, damn, that's up. Because of course she just signed, she just came back out. So they're saying that she's using that to boost her popularity to just get back in the game. I'm just like, damn. So of course she's tight, and she regrets doing the interview, and of course she blames it on Naomi. So she was on some like, yo, she's done with the label, done with the girls, period. So later on, Lil Muffin admits to Lil Z that, yeah, the same happened to her, and she has proof of what he did. So she's just like, whoa, I'm like, what didn't you say in the... She ended up playing the voicemail for Lil Z, where basically Frank was just like, yo, I'm sorry for what happened, I had too much drinks. She was just like, he took advantage of her after she had a whole bunch of drinks, and that was the first time she actually drunk. So of course they cried, they had an emotional moment, they hugged. So they basically just made a pact that, yo, they're gonna bring this down and no more girls are gonna get hurt. So the show ends off, the girls do a show, and they're just basically performing about the situation about not being the victim, being the victor. And it turns out, as they're performing, you know, it's just on the news that Frank Black was arrested. He got arrested, and after he got arrested, 4 more girls came through and said, yeah, that he did it to them too. This is facing 40 years in jail. I was like, ooh, shit. I couldn't do 40 days. I couldn't do 4 days. Like, 40 years? Ooh, you're... That was the end of the episode. It was a really, really, really good episode. I don't really think I have any complaints. Maybe, you know, of course, it's ABC, so of course they make it a little squeaky clean with some things. They can't really do much. They could have been more aggressive, but it was cool though. I liked it. I definitely liked the episode. I would give it a solid 9. The writing was really good. The acting was good. I really don't have much complaints. So guys, definitely comment down below. Tell me what you guys thought about tonight's episode. Tell me what you guys think about what you've seen in the review. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be here every single week. Of course, we have Power Book 2 on Saturday. We have And Just Like That on Thursday. Your boy has a lot coming. And of course, we had the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot coming next month. Pam and Tommy coming. We have a lot coming for you guys, and February is going to be a real crazy month. Is going to be filled with a lot of material, so definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you guys, love you guys. You guys have a great one. It's your boy G Marcus TV signing off.
Got it. That's a wrap.